We just got the notice. We needed to get out, and we needed to get out now. We had no time. There was no time to spare. It was either now or never. We had one chance, one opportunity, and we needed to take it now. Well, the other day, I came outside to take a picture of the sunset. Just a normal day. Everything was fine. It's been a great day. No problems. And I came out because the sunset was beautiful. So I came out to take a picture of the sunset. It had like a red glow to it. The sunset is just going down over the Gulf, which we're very close to. And the wife walked out and she said, "What's that smoke over there?" And I said, "What?" I look over and there's smoke like less than a mile away from us. So I'm assuming it was probably a brush fire because it's been really dry here, and there's a preserve back here that's just acres and acres and acres of preserve and lakes. And I had assumed it was probably just a brush fire. Didn't seem that bad. It seemed like a lot of smoke, but not that much smoke. Well, as I'm taking pictures of the sunset, we started hearing fire trucks and police cars. Thought it was a little bit unusual. There was a lot of police, a lot of fire trucks. And then my wife says, "I just got a notice on the phone that there's a brush fire and it's like a mile away." Well, then within another hour, we had a mandatory evacuation. We had to get out, and we had to get out now. Well, that caused a little bit of a confusion and problem because, well, we live full-time in an RV. And we travel, but we were stationary here for quite a few months. So if you've been stationary in an RV for a while, things get accumulated and you put things out. You've got the TVs that aren't tied down. You've got stuff in the kitchen and the bathroom. Well, everything had to be put away in order for us to get up and get out of here. The power, the water, and it had to be done now. We had to get out now. Well, not only that, but we had to get out other things too. Just not only our RV, but other things, other cars, trucks, other RVs. Did I say that already? Other RVs, trailers, boats had to be moved too to safe ground. And this had to be done quickly because it was less than a mile away from us and it was moving fast. There was like 20 mile an hour winds, and it was moving our way, and we needed to get out now. Well, to say that was a little stressful is an understatement because it was stressful. As the wife was getting all the stuff done in the RV, putting things away, tying things down, I was getting the power out, I was getting the water unhooked, and then moving trailers and boats and other RVs and other trailer campers to safer ground. Well, luckily, we got out in time and moved to safe ground, and they eventually put out the fire. But it makes you appreciate those days when everything is going good and nothing happens. And things can happen just in a matter of seconds. In a matter of minutes, things can happen that you didn't expect. And we go through that in life a lot, where things are perfectly fine. You could be driving along and then get in an accident. You could be making dinner and then cut your finger open. And then anything can happen. You could be feeling perfectly fine, and then an hour later you feel sick and you're laying in bed with the flu. So we have to appreciate those days when nothing goes wrong, everything is happening good, and there's no tragedies. There's no problems. I think we take for granted those times when things are just going great and nothing's happening. We don't appreciate it so much. I think we need to appreciate those days when things are perfect, things are good, no problems, nothing's happening, because it seems like you're always just waiting for the next tragedy, the next problem, the next catastrophe, because it's going to come. There's going to be problems, and you're going to face problems. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you because it went from a perfect, beautiful day, just taking a picture of the sunset, to within an hour having to evacuate because there was a fire, imminent fire on its way, and we had to get out. It was a normal, beautiful day. Just taking a picture of the sunset, from taking a picture of a sunset to a mandatory evacuation because a fire was going to come and consume our property if we didn't get out. All right, has anything like that ever happened to you? I mean, I know growing up in California where it was earthquakes, you had no warning of earthquake, it just happened. I mean, we live in Florida here, but in Florida you have hurricanes, but you have time. You know when a hurricane's coming. You got days, weeks sometimes before it hits. So you have plenty of time to get things, move things, get things ready and prepare for it. But earthquakes, tornadoes. I know years ago I was in a tornado. I remember it was a really, really, really bad thunderstorm. And then I started hearing, it sounded like almost like a freight train or a semi truck was coming to the house, to our apartment that I was in at the time. And my daughter was just an infant at the time. And I remember grabbing her up and running into the bathroom. Well, within 15 seconds, 20 seconds, it was over. But it sounded like a truck was coming through the apartment. Well, as I looked out our window, not more than 100 yards away, there was an subdivision, homes right next to us. Well, about 20 homes got destroyed in that tornado that came through in Florida. Yes, we have tornadoes in Florida. I have friends that have been through tornadoes and have lost their houses, have lost their house. We had some time for this one because we knew the fire was coming, so luckily we had a little time to prepare, but not a lot of time. Moving all that stuff and quickly, and then there was so much stuff that we couldn't move. I mean, it was just a matter of, well, we got to get out. I mean, we had a whole building full of stuff, motorcycles, bikes, you name it, equipment, all kind of stuff that we just had to leave behind because there was just no time. We had to get out. Well, let me know if anything like that's ever happened to you. Have you ever had to do something like that? Tell me in the comments. Tell me if that's ever happened to you and what you went through. Thought I'd share that story with you and tell you everything's good. We're good to go, and so things can happen quickly. Sometimes you're prepared, and sometimes you're not prepared for it. Was not prepared for that one. Just a beautiful sunset turned into a very stressful night. But everything is good, everything is safe. The firefighters did a great job, put out the fire, and we're good. All right, thank you, and thanks for following, and let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, and you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's all free. Just subscribe to the channel. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.